So this is not my first visit to Ukraine. I've been coming over the years many times. We used to perform here with my partner and wife Sirpa several years ago, dare I say maybe 20 years ago. We visited Kiev, we visited Kharkov to perform, Odessa also previously, and we've enjoyed the Ukrainian hospitality and also the talented Ukrainian dancing over the years many times, and I'm very happy to be back. It's my first time to visit this amazing region in the mountains, Karpathian mountains, I believe they're called, and I love the fresh air, the scenery, the natural surroundings, and of course it's the most amazing place to hold something like this fabulous training camp. Ukraine is definitely one of the rising star countries of the world when it comes to quality of dancing globally. There is already many successful Ukrainian dancers, and it looks like the young generations, the juvenile dancers, the junior levels and youth has been almost dominated by Ukrainian dancers in the recent years, and I can see very great things for Ukrainian dancing in the future if the training goes well and everybody puts all their enthusiasm towards becoming a great dancer. When it comes to teaching methods for ballroom and Latin American dancers, obviously there is a form that should be followed in order for dancers to learn the right type of techniques to take them further in their later careers. When it comes to the Ukrainian style of teaching, I think there is a lot of discipline and a lot of hard training methods here that discipline the children and the young dancers to throw themselves into practice quite strongly. I have not so much experience on how exactly the Ukrainian teachers teach, but obviously there has been a lot of foreign influence also in this country, and of course also previous successful international dancers that already been through schooling in, say, England or maybe elsewhere in Europe, trained by former champions or being champions themselves. So in that sense, I don't see there should be any difference in how the dancers are trained in different countries, but I'm sure there are national differences, and I can only say that I'm sure that Ukrainians are very hard workers. Throughout the world, there is a great trend of gathering dancers together in one place for a number of days to give them a chance to practice together and to perhaps meet new teachers through a training group practice sessions, like for instance we have had here in this camp this week. I think it's a great trend because it brings dancers together, and it's a welcome trend because it pushes the dancers in a new different way, because they are enclosed in a camp type of situation for a number of days. There are very successful and big camps, for instance in Italy and Russia, where we've visited many times, and they are great opportunities for dancers to enjoy each other's company too. Well, I will definitely go back from this weekend full of very good memories of meetings with very dedicated people, and people who are honest and sincere about their own skill, and that they are open to ask questions and really listen to the answers. Because often you have dancers who say, well, okay, yeah, I get it, and you already know they're never gonna even do anything about it. But here I feel that if I'm asked a question and I answer it, I will also get listened by the person who asked the question. So this is one thing that is very significant here. And I think that the people who had, for instance, private lessons with me, they were very intensive and productive, and I haven't felt tired the whole time I have been here. In some European countries, the government has already been supporting ballroom and Latin American dancing over the number of years. Funding maybe the training of the top couples to have an easier access to international coaching. For instance, Denmark has always been very strong with that respect. There is a European monetary fund that is willing to fund European projects that include at least 4 different countries on the same project, and it would be mostly educational, not so much towards the competitive organization, but more like this kind of camp where people get together for educational purposes, and that type of money is available in the European funding. That much I'm aware of, and I know a little bit about it, and I think this is maybe a step to the future. I think more countries are going to look into the possibilities of this type of funding from the different governments around the world. This is all from the stage. This was from our company, dance theater company production Double. We did a slow bolero. This one was interesting because this one was for the UNICEF gala on television in Finland. We went to East Timor to do a little research work for the UNICEF as goodwill ambassadors, and then the gala was televised. They were showing the filming the footage from East Timor, and then we did a dance for that. It's in the studio of the Strictly Come Dancing or the Dancing with the Stars, where I'm a judge, and then we stepped on the floor with Sirpa. And the last one over there, that's from Moscow. It's from a large pro-am festival in Moscow, maybe 5 years ago, where we performed one of our tango numbers. You see it probably. Дякую, Україна.